Hey guys, Bob here, and thanks for jumping back in over here at the channel, the Ruger Gun Dog. I have got the product from Arken Optics that is going to not only set you guys on fire, but this product right on here is going to revolutionize the rifle optic market. Now, before I get into this thing real quick, I'm going to talk a little bit about throwing some thank yous out, some shout outs to about 950 people or so who have subscribed to the Ruger Gun Dog channel. Hey, the content that I make on this channel really, for the most part, other than a little bit here about my dog or something else, is primarily been all focused on Arken Optic. So there's about 1,000 people, just shy, who have really been subscribing to this channel and following along entirely to see what's going on, get some updates, learn a little bit about, follow along, all that stuff, exclusively for Arken Optic. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of optics, reviews and YouTube channels and stuff out there that guys go through a lot of different products and brands and models and stuff. But hey, my stuff has been really dedicated to this point to Arken Optics, and it shows, hey, there are tens of thousands of views on these videos, and those are all Arken Optics, people wanting to see what's up with those. So, hey, with that said, Arken Optics, keep doing what you're doing. And now let's get to this guy. And before I get too deep into this, I'm going to say, if your wife is in earshot, you might want to get her out of the room. Hey, if your kids that are getting ready to go to college, they're in the room, you might want to get them out of the room, because I am telling you, when I start talking about this thing, this guy right here is the optic that you might want to pull a little bit out of the grocery fund, maybe out of the kids' college fund. You may even miss a car payment or two, cancel the cruise with the wifey, or if you're the wifey, with the husband man, because you're going to want to probably get about 13 or 14 of these things for every rifle that you've got, that you don't got, every bow and arrow, blowgun, spatula in the kitchen, you name it, your bicycle, snowblower, front end of your truck, the slingshot, you're going to want to put one of these on there. This thing is, I'm just building up the hype. This is the optic that for a hunter, you won't know this thing is even on your gun. This thing is so lightweight, so revolutionary as far as the magnification scale on it. Nobody, not that B company, not that NF company, it doesn't matter what letter they are. If it's not a letter that starts with an A and ends with an RKN, they're not bringing it like this guy. Not even the old trusty EP5 that I just beat the living snot out of. So matter of fact, about that, let's talk about this for a minute. Finally did it, guys. I made this thing fail. Not the turret, not this turret, not the magnification, not the parallax, not the illumination, not the ocular adjustment. I didn't even make the sunshade page. You guys, you know what I got to fail on this thing finally? Finally got this Arken Optic EP5 that's got tens of thousands of rounds and equivalent to rounds. I can't even throw a number out there. Just ridiculous abuse. Beating, rattling, freezing, cooking, baking, sliding, throwing. Tons of just this going on. Finally got it to fail, putting it on the air compressor for a couple weeks. Yep, the vibrations, the rattling, it took about 2 weeks of the Arken Optic EP5 sitting on my air compressor, buzzing along, for it finally to lose its seal. And this thing is fogging up now. Actually put it back on a rifle, checked all this stuff out, it still tracks perfect, magnification, everything works, but taking it out, from the warmth of my truck, taking this thing outside at the range, it will actually, yep, it's fogging up now. So I finally got a failure I can talk a little bit more about that. I'm gonna make a video just talking about this. I'm rattling along right now, stalling off here. But yeah, I've got my EP5 to finally succumb to something that would be a genuine failure. I'm not real upset about it because what I put this thing through, you're not gonna put your scope through it. I don't know if you can see how bad this thing has been really pummeled along, but not too worried about that. So any of these Arkens you put on your hunting rifle, your target rifle, whatever it may be, they're gonna hold up just fine. So enough about that. Let's get to this bad boy. We're talking carbon fiber, titanium, nickel. I mean, there's nothing plastic on this thing. Extremely exotic, extremely lightweight, the broadest magnification range on the market. We're talking right here. Let's get to this thing. All right, so before I open this box, I know a lot of people are really wanting one of those, you know, scopes to put up on their AR, the low power variable optic. This is not that. This is a high power, high performance variable optic. Carbon fiber, titanium, composite material in the most exotic Belgianesian glass that can be found. Yeah, you heard it. Belgianesian glass. We're not talking the Asian markets anymore and the problems with that associated. Whoop. Camera just moved on me. We're talking Belgianesian glass. Have any of you ever been to Belgianesia? If you have and you maybe had a cold one, their glass is the clearest. So getting back to this boy right here, without getting you seasick as I move the camera around. All right, everybody's waiting. All right, hold on a second. One other thing. I needed to respond to a couple of comments first before I get talking about this EP6 CF. That's what it's called. You already saw the thumbnail. But I've had a couple people ask, Ruger Gun Dog, where'd you come up with that name? What's it about and what's it mean? It's kind of a funny story. I'm gonna bore you with it a minute and stall off on this thing for a second. So Ruger Gun Dog. I do a lot of upland bird hunting and I use pointers. I use pointing bird dogs for that. And when I first started doing that, my first bird dog that I had was a Brittany and his name was Ruger. Well, I started testing my dog, taking it to these organizations where they'll put these birds called chuckers and quail and pheasants and things out, and they evaluate, hey, the dog's nose. Can it find that bird? Does it point the bird? Do you shoot the bird? Does it retrieve it? All this stuff. They're just evaluating the dog's ability, a little bit of your, training and stuff. Nonetheless, it's a lot like when you get into horse racing. And you guys know, you watch the Kentucky Derby, they give these horses crazy names like, the Microwave Masterpiece or Star Trek 54. Well, hey, I'm not a professional dog breeder or anything like that. So when I filled out the stuff, I put my dog's name down and what he is. He's Ruger, he's my gun dog. Well, my dog Ruger happened to do amazing at that evaluation and that test, and they're awarded prizes. And he got the top prize at this thing. And it was quite comical when they're announcing the people's dogs that are coming up and getting their awards and their prizes, Skippity Whistle Biscuit and whatnot like that, and their fancy creative names. And they get to me and they said, and our top prize goes to, and the judge stalled off and laughed and he said, who named their dog Ruger the Gun Dog? Well, that was me. Ruger, my gun dog, he passed away a couple years ago, was a critical part in my hunting life, loved that dog, amazing dog. Here's some pictures of him right here. And just so this channel, as I got going, is kind of my tribute to Ruger, my gun dog. So with that, let's get to the EP6 See Ya now. That out of the way. All right, back to my boots and back to the box. So just like all the other Arken Optics, we got the ED, but it is Belgianesian. The FFP, the zero stop, 50 BMG rated still, fog proof, it's not air compressor proof, but fog proof, agua proof, or waterproof, all of the same Arken rugged performance out of this EP6 CF. Oh boy. Where's my one? What? Hey. This doesn't look like my EP6 CF. Hold up. What's going on here? This looks like a 1980 Kmart All-Pro 4x30. Hey man, Randall, you guys didn't ship me the EP6 CF, man. You jokesters threw a 1980 Kmart scope in my box. All right, man, hey, listen, I apologize for you guys all coming over and, you know, checking out the channel and watching this when I am supposed to have a carbon fiber titanium Belgianesian glass equipped scope, and all I have is a Kmart All-Pro? I don't know, man. I'm not sure if Arken is really, something's going wrong. All right. Anyway, the gig is up. April Fools. Thanks for checking back in. I hope you got a little bit out of this, a little bit about what happened with the EP5, a little bit about Ruger Gundog and where this channel came from and where it's going. I do intend to and do plan to put out more stuff that is not just Arken Optic related, but I do plan to keep putting out the Arken stuff. This is a brand that I trust, it's a brand that I believe in, and it's a brand that I use. So, hey, thanks for checking in. April Fools, I gotcha. And yeah, you can go ahead and still send Randall a bunch of messages. Keep shooting.